Today's exercise, I'm going to give you a little lesson. The foundation is made up of business people, faculty, and staff of the college. We don't get paid. We go out on our own through self-giving or raising or contacts, and we raise funds for scholarships. I don't know how many are in the audience today that got a scholarship. Anybody? Raise a hand. Recipients? Thank you. Wish we had more and we could do more, and we're going to get there. It's been an honor. I've been the chairman for 2 years, and again, an honor and a privilege going out there. You make it all worthwhile. That's our only pay. It's you, the graduates, all of you, the ones that got scholarships or not. I want you to go forward. Peter Jordan stole my speech because I'm the one that comes out here and starts asking for money. But I want you to know, you graduated from LaGuardia. You got to wear that on your lapel as a badge of honor. When people say, "Where'd you go to school?" make sure you say LaGuardia first. It's one of the top-rated community colleges in the United States of America, and be proud of that fact. And also, I think I'm fair to say that since community college is basically an American concept, even though the college is trying to make it worldwide, it's the top-rated, one of the top-rated community colleges in the world. And that's owed to the faculty and staff here. I mean, you got some dedicated people, and I'm sure you all realize that. All right? Yeah, it's a privilege serving with all of you. The other thing they talked about as you're going forward, and a lot of you will go on to four-year school, get your bachelor's degree, and that's great. Some of you go on and get masters, which commendable. Again, I told you, don't forget LaGuardia in your conversations. When somebody says, "Where did you go to school?" always start it with, "I went to LaGuardia." Then you went to Queens College or St. John's or whatever that other place might have been. It doesn't matter. But LaGuardia is what matters. We have the Alumni Association. Peter Jordan talked about that a little bit. Every one of you who are now an alumni need to join, need to stay active, need to keep in touch with the school. We have 1,300 or 1,400 graduates this year. Is that correct? If everybody at the end of the year, and I know things are tough, you got rent, you got families, some of you are starting jobs, but if every one of you were able to just do $15 at the end of the year to the Alumni Association for that part of the foundation, that would be about $200,000 we could raise to maybe $20,000. My math is off. But again, $20,000, and then later on, some of you have jobs. I think you're alumni of LaGuardia, correct? Peter? No, you weren't. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's a couple people on the foundation that are alumni. That was Andre Tara. That's right. Andre is. I should know that. I don't know why I don't. But again, in the future, some of you may come on to the foundation, which would be great, and then also help us raise funds and help future generations. So with that, I don't want to bore you. I could stay up here all day and tell stories, but one thing I have to talk about before we come in, if you wonder what goes on behind the scenes, Dr. Katopis got his wish finally. He got to be on stage at Radio City Music Hall. So, he promises not to do any dancing, maybe a little later. But with that, again, congratulations, everybody. Go forward and be successful, whatever your endeavors are, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vogt. I'm now pleased to present Mr. Anthony Pappas, President of the LaGuardia Community College Alumni Association.
Good morning, Dr. Katopis, distinguished guests, family members, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2010. As president of the Alumni Association, this is one of the most exciting days of the year for me. Not only do I get to come here to Radio City Music Hall and welcome some new alumni family members, I also get the distinct honor of being the first person speaking today who previously sat in that seat as a graduate of LaGuardia. Of course, we were at MSG, not really the same seat. As an added bonus, today just happens to be my birthday, and I get to accomplish a lifelong dream. Thank you. I get to accomplish a lifelong dream of performing at Radio City. Perhaps as a gift, I'll get to meet the Rockettes. As mentioned, I am the president of the Alumni Association, and on behalf of the association, I bring you greetings and offer you congratulations, and most importantly, it is my pleasure and honor to welcome you into our family. Look around you. You should be so proud of what you have accomplished. Everyone in this theater shares that pride with you. That pride is what connects members of the Alumni Association. We all have different stories about our time at the college, but what unites us is the fact that we got through and succeeded, and we still have a desire to stay connected to this special place that gave us our start. Today is not just about you being a graduate, but about being a LaGuardia Community College graduate, and that is a special thing. There are many places that you will go with your LaGuardia degree, but always remember where you began. As you go out into the world, don't be intimidated by people from places like Harvard and Yale, etc. After being around them for a few minutes, you'll realize they wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes at LaGuardia. They may have attended college, but they didn't need 2 jobs to support their education like many of you did. They didn't raise 2 kids while going to class and working a full-time job like many of you did. And they didn't come to this country 4 years ago not speaking a word of English like many of you did. So don't forget LaGuardia. LaGuardia has been there for us, and now we need to be there for LaGuardia. Stay involved with your school. They want to see you again. Look at me. I graduated years ago, and I'm still here. So I invite you all to stay in touch with your school. The future students need you. Your school is proud of you, so be proud of your school by letting everyone know that I am a LaGuardia graduate.
Thank you, Mr. Pappas. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce Ms. Lila Quinones, representing you, the graduating class of 2010.
Thank you, Vice President Arcario. Good morning, President Kotopis, members of the faculty, distinguished guests, friends, families, and fellow members of the 2010 graduating class. Thank you all for joining us on this wonderful occasion. To my fellow graduates, you've done it. You've taken the first step to fulfilling a career and began a new chapter in your lives. In the words of Winston Churchill, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Although each and every one of our many stories are unique in their own respect, we do have a few things in common. We are those who have knocked on doors until our knuckles bled. Doors have slammed in our faces, and we have somehow conjured up enough strength to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and knock once again. There are times when we did well, times when we failed, but through it all, we made it here today. Our life experiences, coupled with our newly earned degrees, have given us an advantage that we cannot begin to appreciate. To have experienced adversity, lived through it, and come out on top is what makes it's what makes our graduating class one of the best. The things that we have experienced have become part of us, our identity, and part of who we will become. A very important person to me gave me some great advice once. She explained that the only limitations that exist in this world are the ones inside of us. There is no such thing as an external limitation. It is only when you internalize them and believe in them that they become a reality. We started at LaGuardia a few years back, unsure of many things, but absolutely certain that there was no limitation that would stand in our way of getting an education. We knew it was the best shot we had at a brighter future. All of us here today are now leaving LaGuardia with our heads held high, with a new understanding of the world, and with absolute certainty that this is only the tip of the iceberg for us. We have shown ourselves that we have the self-confidence to go against many of the statistics out there and have the drive to achieve what many of the people around us only dream of achieving. We have spent the last couple of years learning about great people who have made great changes in the world that they lived in, that has defined the world that we live in today. Now it is your time. It is your time to be heard, your time to change the world, and your time to make a difference for the future. However, we cannot forget where we come from and those who had held us up along the way. I would like to take this moment to thank all of those who have helped me up during my educational journey. Thank you, Jacqueline Ferrer, for your unconditional support. My fiancé, Angelo Ferrer, for those late nights that you stayed up waiting for me to come home. Luann Bottaroni and the counseling department for your loving advice and support. The College Discovery Program and the College Discovery Resource Center for being the true springboard to my success. And last but not least, I would love to thank my 3-year-old son, London Ferrer, for his inspiration that kept me going when there was not one drop of energy inside of me. Thank you, everyone who has helped us all achieve our dreams. This is the beginning of our success stories. As Confucius once wisely said, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with but one step. Well, we have taken our first step, and we will all continue to tread along until our very last breath. Congratulations, class of 2010.
Well, thank you, Lila. I can think of few better representatives of the college, except every one of you who is sitting out there. To commemorate the name and spirit of the man after whom our college is named, we make it a practice to bestow the LaGuardia Community College President's Medal to a distinguished citizen of our city who has significantly advanced the cause of education and the welfare of the city's people. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the recipient of this year's medal, Dr. Michael F. Gilligan, the president of the Henry Luce Foundation. Through his outstanding leadership, service, and vision, the Luce Foundation's initiatives are having an enduring impact in the lives of people throughout the world. The Luce Foundation has left its imprint in the fields of higher education, American art, the environment, and theology, deepening understanding of Asia and promoting the role of women in science and engineering. It is Dr. Gilligan's dedication to the vision and values of 4 generations of the Luce family founders, broadening knowledge and encouraging the highest standards of service and leadership, that enables the foundation to advance important ideas to the center of American life, strengthen international understanding, and foster innovation and leadership. Dr. Gilligan's commitment to these values and goals is something we here at LaGuardia share and appreciate. Under his stewardship, the Foundation recently awarded a grant to the college's Office of Transfer Services, which many of you know is responsible for assisting graduates who aspire to go on and earn a bachelor's degree or even a master's or a PhD, something I know many of you will do. With this important support, LaGuardia proposes to make even stronger our support to future students, encouraging their exploration and successful transition to a four-year college. Let me just say a few words about Dr. Gilligan. He was appointed president of the Henry Luce Foundation in 2002, after serving as program director for theology for 4 years. He has a distinguished career in academia. Prior to joining the Luce Foundation, he served as the Director of Accreditation and Leadership Education at the Association of Theological Schools in the United States and Canada, served as Academic Dean of the Pontifical College Josephinum, and as a teacher and administrator in the Catholic Diocese of Columbus, Ohio. He received his bachelor's from Duke University and his master's and PhD from the University of Virginia. We honor Dr. Gilligan today because he is making it possible for the American dream of higher education to be achieved for many of our aspiring and deserving students. Now for the presentation. May I ask Dr. Michael Gilligan to join me at the podium? You may applaud. The medal reads, "The President of LaGuardia Community College. I have to read it off my script because my eyes aren't good enough to see it here. The medal reads, the President of LaGuardia Community College of the City University of New York presents the President's Medal to Michael F. Gilligan, President, the Henry Luce Foundation, in recognition